This is my 6th time trying to make this video. So Yakuza Unlikely seems to not be coming to the Nintendo Switch. However, the series may come to the Xbox One. So, if you want a little backstory, I'm not going to talk about, per se, the story of Yakuza, but just how they released. Okay, basically, Yakuza, fine, I'll say a story. It's basically, I don't want to call it a JRPG. I know some people call it that. Well, a lot of people are calling it that. From what I've seen, I mean, it has RPG elements, but it's not truly an RPG. It's a fighting. It's basically a Japanese gangster game. You're playing as a Japanese mafia, Yakuza, or Gotoku, which translates to dragon, if you don't know that. So anyway, it's a beat-em-up game with RPG elements. So, Yakuza, known as in Japan, Ryuga Gotoku, or Like a Dragon, has been primarily a PlayStation exclusive since the beginning of time, or just since 2005, when Yakuza released on PlayStation 2. This was the case until the year 2013, when, for the first time, Yakuza came to a Nintendo console. This was Yakuza 1 and 2 HD, which released in 2013, but only in Japan. But hey, I mean, it's on the Wii U. It sold terrible, but we'll get to that later. In addition to the Wii U release, you'll be able to play Yakuza for the first time on the PC in August. You can now pre-order Yakuza 0, which releases on August 2nd, which should be 10% off. So if you want to take part in that deal, you best do it. I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but if it's like Sonic Mania on Steam, it may last until launch. I don't know. And then Yakuza Kiwami, doesn't seem like there's a release date yet. I'm looking at the Steam page now, and it says coming soon. I'm assuming it's going to release this year. I don't know though. Also, Yakuza Kiwami 2 will be releasing on PS4 next month in the West. Now, the studio, which is called Ryuga Gotoku, is considering releasing their games on many platforms. They want to do it as many platforms as possible. But Yakuza has been mostly a third-party PlayStation exclusive. Mostly, I say. And I know I just said it's coming to PC and it's been on Wii U. That's why I said mostly. Daisuke Sato, the game series director, expressed his opinions. It might come, and these aren't exact words. Some of these are exact words, but not this part. But basically what he said was, it might come to Xbox One, but unlikely Switch. He also believes that Switch users are, in quote, used to different games. However, games like Doom and Wolfenstein 2 doing well on Switch could be argued that Yakuza failing on Wii U is a bad reason for not bringing it to Switch. There is almost no third-party games that sold well on the Wii U. There are games that sold well on the Wii U, some third-party games, but I just mean a majority. Like, let's look at Ubisoft games. Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, Watch Dogs. Yeah, in case everyone forgot about Watch Dogs being on the Wii U. Maybe you forgot about every game being on there. What was the Zombie U, which is now Zombie, which you get on other platforms. I forgot the name for a minute. Those games sucked. Well, no. They didn't necessarily suck. No, I played a couple of them. Oh, Splinter Cell was on the Wii U too. That didn't do well. It was a good game. No, the Wii U version, it was a fine game. It just didn't do very well. But, you know. And then there was some other games. I think there was a Ninja Gaiden game. And that also didn't do... I don't think that did very well either. Now, but then again, you have some Ubisoft games that did do well. Rayman and... what was it? Just Dance. How could I forget the name of that? Those games did pretty well, I'm hearing. And then, of course, first-party games. Pretty much, or nearly all first-party games on the Wii U, first- and 2nd-party games, did fine. And then you also have Bayonetta 1 and 2. So, anyway, let's get back on topic. We are on topic, but you know what I mean. So, like I was saying, almost no third-party games have sold well on the Wii U. Several games like The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, LA Noire, Sonic Mania, and South Park: The Fractured Butthole have performed well. Some of them may not have sold gangbusters, but and some other games may have failed completely, as just like, let's say WWE 2K, I believe I'm saying the title correctly. No, I'm not saying that's the only game that failed. That didn't sell well. FIFA started off not doing well. I mean, I guess it did okay, and then EA came around, seemed to change their mind, saying they're satisfied with sales. I mean, it's not the best selling version, but it also doesn't sound like it's the worst selling version. But I could be wrong. Supposedly it outsold the Xbox 360 version. I don't know about PS3 though. But it didn't outsell the PS4 version or PC version, and I doubt it outsold Xbox One version. Overall though, there are enough people playing them to want to play more games in the future. So that'll probably, if there's enough people buying them, basically, I think they'll bring more to the system. If the system can handle it, that is. Now, I'm fine with Yakuza being a PlayStation-only game. I do own a PlayStation 4 after all, and was both excited and annoyed to hear it coming to PC. That is a big reason I actually bought a PC. That is a reason I bought a PS4. That's one of the biggest reasons. But because it was exclusive, and I kind of like the idea of it being exclusive. Not that I don't want to play it on the Switch, but nonetheless, I did mention that I pre-ordered Yakuza 0, as I don't own the game on the PS4. But yeah, some of I don't know if you watched Nintendo Prime's video. It's about 8 minutes long. I'll leave it in the description if you want to see it. But basically, not everything he's saying is the same thing I'm saying. No. But some of the stuff he's saying, I kind of have to agree with him. Like, he's not necessarily mad that it's not coming to Switch. He's mad about the reason. That's sort of why I'm upset. So, yeah. Ryuga Gotoku Studio, or Sato-san, I'm not even sure if it's so much Sega. Well, some of it might be, but I know, obviously Sonic is popular on Nintendo. But then they're porting, like, Persona and some other games on the Switch. So, I mean, that is a start, but they need to do better. Not saying every game. I'm not saying Yakuza 6 should come to the Switch. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. In fact, I mean, that would be cool, but I don't think Yakuza 6 should come to Switch, just because that was released as a PS4 exclusive. And that would be silly. But, some Yakuza 1 and 2 HD would be a little different. But at the same time, it would still be cool if they just remained exclusive to PlayStation. But, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm both annoyed that it's coming to another platform, but also excited. Well, PC per se. Anyway, comparing Yakuza on Wii U to how future sales would be if Yakuza came to Switch will fare is just very silly, and I understand if they want to keep it a PlayStation brand, that's fine, but another reason is a weird thing is that if they're considering bringing it to Xbox One, hey, I mean, if it does, great, I guess, but we'll lose an exclusive on PlayStation, but, that's okay. Now, it's not going to be like I don't think it would be the entire series. I think it would just be like a small I think it would just be select titles. Probably the same ones. I don't know, maybe Yakuza 1 and 2 will be exclusive to PlayStation, and it's just the Kiwami series that is coming to other systems. I don't know. I don't know what they're planning, but they also say they want to bring it to as many systems as possible. and then they bring this up. It's like, well, we don't think it would do well on the Switch because it didn't do well on Wii U, but the Wii U was a failure anyway. And I already explained my points, and I'm not going to do that again. But then you look at the Xbox. If Yakuza sells better in Japan, and a lot of third-party games sell better on the PS4 just in general than probably the Switch. But I was going to say, if PS4 games generally sell better than Xbox One games anywhere in the world, well, it seems, from what I've noticed, that's the case. I don't really understand why they would even consider bringing it to Xbox in Japan if, like, nobody in Japan owns an Xbox. Yes, they would likely release these games in the West. However, how Sega has been doing the Japanese releases, they would come first, and then like 2 years later, it would come to the West. And I don't know if it'll sell well on Xbox in general. I think worldwide sales, it'll do okay, but in Japan, I don't think it'll sell as well. So if they're going to release it on Xbox, I think they should release it, the Western version, at the same time. And they should also release it on the... I don't know. I think they should put it on the Switch, but I also would be a little disappointed. But, I'm talking in circles. This is just my opinion. Anyway, so... this is all based on My Nintendo News game blog, which is a French blog, and then Nintendo Prime. I know My Nintendo News isn't the greatest place for gaming news. Not that it's a bad site to read. No, I still like the site. You can still get your information from it. But I don't report everything they do. But I'm going to shut up. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below expressing your opinions on Yakuza not coming to the Switch. Well, probably won't come to the Switch. Maybe if Sega has enough pressure, it might. What do you think of it coming on the Xbox One? If it comes to the Xbox One. They did put binary domain, by the way, on PC and Xbox 360. So, I mean, whether you think that takes place... And I'm not saying that... I don't know if that takes place in the Yakuza timeline or not. I mean, it could. If it does, it's like, what? In the 2080s, I think? But that doesn't really matter right now. So, it could... What do you think of it coming to any other platform other than PlayStation? Leave a comment. Want to see I'll read what you guys think. Nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.